Well, hello there, Minecrafters. Thanks for coming by. Today we are back in Diversity 2. We are almost finished this series. It has been a very long time, and we're heading back into the boss battle branch to discuss the command blocks, which have a special guest with me. But before I go into that, let me just recap. We went to the Adventure Arena, Trivia, Parkour, Escape branch, Labyrinthian, Dropper, Survival, Puzzle. We also talked about a little bit of the boss battle last time, so definitely check out those episodes. Again, spoilers, because I don't want to ruin it for you. Definitely play the map before you watch these videos. But here's the moment you've all been waiting for. The legend, the man, Jesper the End is here. Woohoo! Look at that glorious
Hey.
entrance there. Hello, my friend.
Hi.
How is it going?
I'm fine. How
Yep.
about you?
I don't know. It's a bittersweet moment. The end of this map for me, I think. But we're heading into yours and Golden Turkey's branch to discuss your magic. I think it's kind of, in some respects, it's the most amazing thing in the map. Would you say? What would you say?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
At the time,
Have
at
you
the time
played
I,
this map? Really? I don't think you've even played it.
at the
Okay.
time I thought it was actually pretty good, but right
Mhm.
now, when I look at the redstone, it's just a mess.
Well, luckily no one sees that.
Yeah.
They just play it.
So it's
Okay.
all fine. Okay.
Let's head in there. Spoilers, everybody. Ready?
Yeah.
What? What the? Where's the particles? Oh my! What did you do?
Sorry.
Well, that was wonderful. I blame you for that.
I'm sorry. I just really wanted to see the redstone.
Okay, well we've reloaded the world. I think it'll work this time. I hope it'll work this time. Does it work? Oh, thank goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we are in you and Golden Turkey's magic room here.
Hmm.
First of all, before we go to the redstones, let's get a few questions off everybody's chest. I know everybody's wondering what is going on with specifically the code 4 and the rest of your maps. What's going on?
Well, I kind of stopped, but I kind of didn't stop doing stuff in Minecraft because the thing is, I'm just doing a lot of other stuff nowadays, and I really don't know whether I will ever get back to doing stuff. I really want to get back to doing stuff in Minecraft, but the thing is,
Mhm.
I'm just not I'm just not coming back.
So
And
the stuff is shifting to other things. You are working on an actual um, app from
yeah,
yeah, and
I'm working on
where's
a
your
game.
videos for that?
I'm not. I didn't make any videos for that except for on Twitter. I posted some
Oh,
stuff.
okay, all right, okay. So
I
go to
might
your.
actually make a channel for that too. I'm not sure.
I've seen you
Anyway,
use
I'm
the phone and move the thing over on the screen. That's what I've seen.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, once the app is finished, I'm sure you'll all understand what exactly the app is about.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, it's just a little bit mysterious, I guess.
Okay. All right. Second question. Why do you have rainbow puke on your shirt?
I don't. I'm because I'm fabulous.
Very good. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay. And third question. Jesper the End. Where'd you come up with that name?
It's from my last name, except it's not my actual last name, but it looks a lot like my last name.
Mm.
So
I thought
that's
it
why
was like a.
I
I thought it was like a
I always had
Minecraft.
this username as a child. I guess my dad came up with that name.
You,
It's a
you,
long time ago, anyway. So yeah, that's where that's from.
maybe it's Jesper Fiend.
That's what all Dutch people say.
Oh really?
They all say yes. They say Jesper the duck because fiend looks a lot like duck in Dutch.
uh.
So that yeah.
Okay, well, let's go over to the battle there. Now, Jesper and
Yeah.
I have kind of a bit of a history in Minecraft. Like he's tested both of my other maps,
Yeah.
and I've got to play the code maps first, which were awesome. But this was the first time that we actually built something together, I guess.
Yeah.
And I remember I said, let's do this. And you said, okay, well, it'll be fun to do it together. And then I said, you know what? You're better. I'm not going to be able to do it. Why don't you take it over? And you said, you sure? I'm like, I don't know how to do this stuff. So you said, okay, and that got me off the hook to make this amazing thing. But I started with the statue, and then what did you think there? Like, we kind of knew we wanted to go with a big wither, right?
Yeah, because well, that was initially your idea because you wanted to make like a kind of a joke because of Diversity 1, where the
yeah.
boss battle was actually just a wither.
Yeah.
So,
I got told that's a terrible idea to put as a boss fight in Minecraft.
yeah,
So
so that's what their how that started,
mhm.
I guess.
And then I'm
But I'm not
thinking,
really sure how I came up with all the attacks. I guess when I started, I really wanted it to be kind of an epic battle where all kinds of all kinds of stuff happened
yeah, yeah,
with stuff
yeah.
with explosions and that kind of stuff. But to be honest, it is a little bit. It's still epic, but it's a lot less epic than I expected because mainly because of there's one attack where the platforms crumble.
Yeah,
Where
let's
there
go up
isn't
and
really,
let's go up and
yeah, let's just try.
we can discuss while it's happening.
Yeah.
Let's take this staircase up here. Yeah, in terms of mechanics, I'm not trying to bread your butter, but I think it's the best that I've ever seen in Minecraft. Let me out there, let me out there! No, let me out. I missed the shake.
Oh, you
okay.
missed the shake.
All right.
Let's
So
do it
go.
again.
What's going on in your mind here, and all this stuff happening.
Okay. So platform scrambling. Scrambling. I guess I got that a bit from Zelda or something. I'm not sure. It's just
Can't put
it's
this on.
such a long time ago, but Zelda, I guess, had that too. A bit of those.
Whoa! Oh, then there's that. There's that going. The red eyes, which means get away, get away. It's a huge explosion. Okay, and then they rebuild.
I'm trying to think of there's the ship. I'm trying to think of how I came up with all of this, but I really can't remember.
Yeah, it's been a while. Okay, so now you've got this summon enchant book. I throw it down, and then the summon room appears. Whoa! And I die.
Okay, I have nothing to enchant.
Can I make it? Can I make it? Oh, go, go, go. Nope. Nope. There, I got it.
Okay,
oh, I got it out. Okay. And then, if you look, whoop, whoop. Okay. And then I notice we've got some buttons here that we hit, and we've got the arrow glitch.
If you hit it, it turns into soul sand.
Yeah, it turns into soul sand when you hit them. Then, what happens when you do hit them?
You have to destroy the wither skull, the wither skeleton, and when he dies, every time, like after a while, the head is gonna repair, like right now. And when it's repaired, it's gonna check whether the skull is still, whether the wither skeleton is still there or not, and when it's not, it will explode. But
so what's the point of actually destroying, shooting at those buttons in the middle? What is the exact point?
That delays the time that you get to destroy the wither skeleton.
Right. I don't think a lot of people realize that. If you don't shoot the middle, then the skull rebuilds very quickly.
Yeah, pretty much immediately.
Okay.
So yeah, there's 3 attacks. This one with the quartz block shooting.
Yep.
And then there's the one where it, where your head shakes, and the platform.
Oh no! Thought it was far enough away. Yeah. Okay.
And there's also the one where the eyes turn red, which you can see right now. But yeah.
Right. Okay. There we go. Oh man.
Oh. This is pretty difficult.
Come on. Oh, you're in my face! You're in my face!
Shoot it.
It's sometimes the skeleton doesn't show up, but I put the particles there to show people it was there, but It's a rendering issue.
Yeah,
Got that crazy shake. All right. What we'll do is let's go. I think everybody's played the fight, so let's go down, check out the commands.
Yeah.
Oh, bye bye, and we'll look at your genius down there. All right, here we are underneath of the boss branch. It's fairly large, and bear with us because this is going to be extremely confusing. This is probably the most command blocks for a region, maybe between the puzzle. I'm not sure, but Jesper has not looked at this for a long time, so bringing back the memories might be tricky. But I see this. These are all labeled here. So if you go to game
Yeah.
mode 3 or game mode whatever creative, you can take a look at these. The universal start. Okay, we have a if this stone is running means the game's running. So how do you start this when you launch the battle?
Well, it starts when you step on the pressure plate. This gets set to redstone block, which then in turn sets this fill clock, one tick fill clock to redstone block. So all these command blocks over here will be powered, and those do all kinds of basic stuff. I don't even know anymore what they all do because most of them just set a block or set your spawn point, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It also summons this squid over here, which we'll
why
get
squid?
to later.
Why you love squids? Squid.
It's well, now in 1.8 you can also use other mobs, but at the time you couldn't. The squid was the only mob that didn't walk away and didn't make a sound. So that's why I used them.
Okay.
So I'm.
What's the reason for having a squid here?
You can use any entity, but I'm using them to set scores on because you can then execute commands on the squid when they have a certain score.
Okay, and that kind of decides what attack's going to happen?
Yeah, for example.
Okay. All right, so this one here starts the game, I guess.
Yeah.
And okay, so actually what I wanted to know, because I get this question all the time. And they ask me like I'm supposed to know. How do you do the shaking, earthquakey? You know, when the guy when the giant wither screams at you. How do you do that?
Yeah, well, that's happening over here. These two clocks. This first clock is just to like initiate the shake.
Okay.
So all the players that are in the game get a score. The boss shake timer set to 1.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you can see it, but I've got my second account up there, so once it starts shaking, you'll see a timer on the right, but we'll get to that later. Basically, when the shake is set to 1, this clock also gets turned on.
Okay.
And this clock increases your shake timer by 1 every tick. So you get a timer that is running, and once it's higher than 7, it gets set back to 0. So you kind of have a timer that is running constantly, and then what you can do, you can execute on every player when they have a certain shake timer score. You can teleport them relatively. So when you look at, for example, this command, it looks at every player with the boss shake timer set to 5.
Am I looking at the right? Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, just this one. It executes on every player. Well, actually, every armor stand, but we'll just act like it's every player because that's a lot easier to explain. And then it will teleport the player to its own position. That's what those 3 tildes are for. And then it will teleport them relatively to 5, 3. So that's its rotation. So it will rotate relatively to its own position.
So
and we'll do that.
Is the player teleporting in the same location, but they're looking at a different place, or how's? Oh, there's the shaker timer.
Yeah, that's the shake timer. So you saw it was, if you looked at it, it was moving from 1 to 7 and then going back to 1. So every tick it's teleporting to its own position, except for a different rotation, which is making your screen shake.
Okay, so your head's moving around is really what's happening.
Yeah, it's basically the same as moving your mouse very rapidly.
Okay, very cool. Very interesting. I don't know if anybody will be able to decipher your commands in that. But the crumbling platforms is another really awesome um, mechanical feat. I think people probably want to know how you did that.
Well, that's over here. Basically, every attack there is in the game gets powered using a redstone block. So over there somewhere, I've got a small fill clock that enables a random attack. So, oh, you saw it right now. A redstone block got set over here. So
Right,
this clock
yep.
starts running, and this does the lighting. It summons the lighting bolt.
Right.
And this stuff is actually what enables the platforms to crumble. So you see there are a lot of one-tick fill clocks over here, and they get turned on one by one.
Right.
And what they do, they all summon an armor stand.
Okay.
So if you look at, for example, this command block, that's a summon armor stand command.
Mm-hmm.
And they also set a block, which is this command block over here. They also set a block to over here. Hold on. So what they do, they set the score. I believe it's this one. Yeah, this one. Set the score for crumbling platform. So every armor stand that is being spawned gets a score, just like with a shake timer that is set to 1. And then this clock enables that timer. So if we look at this, I can set it to the sidebar. Over there.
Wow, okay, yeah.
So that's basically
crazy.
the crumble timer. You can see a lot of... Every armor stand has its own timer, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
And
so,
then...
Yeah, go ahead.
And then what these command blocks here are doing, they are, again, looking at the current score of that timer. And when it's, for example, when it's a very low score, like 1, that means the timer just started, so it will summon the falling sand. And then,
and that's so that they don't all break at the same time. They're kind of almost a random...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And then there's also, when the timer is a lot higher, it will set the block back to... it will also summon the smoke particles. And it will set it back to a slab once the timer is done. So you saw that the timer on the sidebar, once it is like crumbling, which right now is happening. Mm-hmm. Basically, when it's when every timer is done, it will reset everything again. So that's how that works.
Okay, so you set wherever the platform has a spot it's gonna disappear. You set an invisible armor stand. It turns into falling sand. Then after a certain amount of time, it goes back to its block and kills that armor stand, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's basically like an easier way of doing this, because what I also could have done is put on this clock just a lot of command blocks that for each block set it back to air and set it and summon a separate, like, but you would get a lot of command blocks because you need a separate set block air command and a set summon falling sand command and a separate smoke command for each position. And right now it's just looking at the armor stands. So that's a lot easier like this.
Alright guys, that concludes part 1 of our discussion with Jesper on his magic in the boss battle branch. Hope you enjoyed that. When I talked to Jesper, it did go a little bit long, so I decided to split it into 2 parts, so stay tuned for next time when we conclude our talk over that. And until then, enjoy your Minecrafting, guys. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.